War movies have been a staple of cinema since its inception, and with the success of war movies like Oppenheimer and Warfare, production studios are desperate to create the next epic war film to dominate the box office. And in this video, I will give you my recommendations of the top 10 best upcoming war movies of 2026 and 2027. But before we begin, don't forget, if you love anything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel History Spark. At number 10, it is Alone at Dawn, a highly anticipated American war movie directed by Ron Howard and releasing exclusively to Amazon Prime Video. This movie will depict the incredible true story of US Air Force Combat Controller Master Sergeant John Chapman, who on March 4th, 2002 was left for dead on an Afghan mountainside after saving his SEAL Team 6 comrades but also sustaining multiple severe wounds in the conflict. But he eventually regains consciousness and he has to fight off another wave of attackers to protect an incoming rescue team, and these acts of extraordinary heroism earned him a posthumous Medal of Honor award. This movie will star Adam Driver and Anne Hathaway as the primary leads of the movie, and it also features a strong supporting cast including Betty Gilpin, Sean Kaufman, Devin Bostick, and Austin Emilio. Although no official release date has been confirmed as of yet, a late 2026 or early 2027 release does seem very likely for Alone at Dawn. At number 9, it is Pressure, an upcoming British war film set in the backdrop of World War II. And this historical drama will offer viewers a gripping portrayal of the 72 hours leading up to D-Day, focusing on Britain's chief meteorological officer James Stagg as he delivers the most consequential weather forecast in history, with the wrong conditions potentially devastating the largest seaborne invasion, while any delay also risks the German intelligence catching on to their plan. Pressure features an impressive star-studded cast led by Academy Award nominee Andrew Scott, alongside Oscar winner Brendan Fraser and Chris Messina in supporting roles. So for anyone wanting an intense examination of one of the most pivotal decisions in World War II, then be sure to keep an eye out for Pressure when it releases to cinemas at some point in late 2026. At number 8, it is The Nightingale, an upcoming World War II drama set in the backdrop of Nazi-occupied France. And this movie will follow the story of two estranged sisters, Vianne Mauric and Isabelle Rossignol, who must navigate love, loss, and survival as they take divergent and perilous paths during the German occupation of France. This film will star real-life sisters Dakota and Elle Fanning as the primary leads of the movie, marking their first on-screen collaboration since 2001. The Nightingale is confirmed for a worldwide release on February 12, 2027, so if you want a unique spin on World War II films, be sure to check out Nightingale next year. At number 7 is the re-release of the iconic 1939 Civil War epic Gone with the Wind, which will be returning to cinemas via Fathom Entertainment for a special theatrical re-release from October 10 to 14 of this year. This marks a fresh opportunity for audiences to experience the nearly 4-hour classic film on the big screen once again, and this special re-release will include exclusive insight and commentary from renowned film historian Leonard Maltin. Gone with the Wind won 10 Academy Awards including Best Picture, Best Actress, and Best Supporting Actress, and it also remains one of the highest grossing films of all time when adjusted for inflation. So if you want to see one of the best Civil War movies ever created, be sure to check out Gone with the Wind in October when it releases to select cinemas all across the US. At number 6, it is Drummer Boy, an upcoming American action musical war film, which will be co-directed by brothers Ben Smallbone and Joel Smallbone. This movie will be set during the American Revolutionary War, and it follows the story of two brothers who find themselves fighting on opposite sides of the conflict. Drummer Boy is being produced by Angel Studios in association with 4-time Grammy Award-winning Christian pop duo For King and Country. So if you want to watch a movie about the American Revolutionary War, then be sure to check out The Drummer Boy when it hits theaters on November 6th, 2026. At number 5, it is Moulin, an upcoming French historical drama directed by Oscar-winning filmmaker Laszlo Nemes. And this movie is scheduled for a theatrical release on October 28, 2026. This upcoming war movie stars Gilles Lelouch as Jean Moulin, a French resistance member during the Nazi occupation of France, and he parachutes into the country to unite resistance groups under Charles de Gaulle. Despite his efforts to remain hidden though, Moulin is betrayed and captured by the Gestapo in Lyon, where he faces brutal torture at the hands of the Nazis. The film's screenplay is penned by Olivier de Mangal, and it explores Moulin's unwavering courage and silence, which ultimately contributed to the liberation of France. So if this sounds like a story that interests you, be sure to check out Moulin on October 28th of this year. At number 4, it is Lucky Strike, an upcoming World War II film scheduled for a limited theatrical release in the United States on June 26. And this war film will depict the Battle of the Bulge and how an American soldier named John Castle gets trapped behind enemy lines and he must evade the Germans using only his instincts and a Motorola SCR 300 backpack radio. Lucky Strike will star Colin Hanks, Anjanou Ellis-Taylor and Taylor John Smith, so definitely a pretty talented cast overall. So if you enjoy World War II movies, then you'll definitely want to check out Lucky Strike when it hits cinemas across the US on June 26, 2026. At number 3, it is Love and War, a highly anticipated Bollywood epic war film directed by the legendary Sanjay Leela Bhansali. This film will star Ranbir Kapoor and Vicky Kaushal as Indian Air Force officers and Alia Bhatt in a romantic lead role. And leaked photos from the set hint at a 1960s backdrop for the movie. Plot details are pretty sparse at the moment, but this movie appears to be focused on a love triangle set against the backdrop of a fierce war. The film has faced multiple delays since it was first announced in January of 2024, but Bhansali Productions has confirmed that the final release date of this movie will be January 21st, 2027, coinciding nicely with India's Republic Day weekend. At number 2, it is Young Washington, an upcoming historical epic which focuses on the early life of George Washington, particularly exploring his experiences and command during the French and Indian War, many years before he becomes the first US president. The cast for this film includes William Franklin Miller as a young George Washington, alongside notable actors such as Mary Louise Parker, Ben Kingsley, Andy Serkis, and Kelsey Grammer. Young Washington will premiere at the Tribeca Festival on June 13, followed by a US-wide theatrical release on July 3rd. And this coincides perfectly with the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And the top spot on this list goes to the recently confirmed sequel to the World War II movie Greyhound, which was a Tom Hanks starring an Apple TV exclusive film that got released in 2020. The original Greyhound movie focused on the Battle of the Atlantic, which was a naval battle fought between the Allied and German forces. So far, there isn't much information available yet on what this sequel will be focusing on, but it will most likely depict another epic naval battle from World War II. And Tom Hanks has agreed to participate in this sequel, which should reassure viewers that Greyhound 2 will at least have excellent acting and production value. And it is, in my opinion, the most exciting upcoming war movie of 2027. So let me know in the comments down below if there are any other great upcoming war films that I may have missed out on. And as always, if you want to stay up to date with everything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel History Spark, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.